It's still a healthy snack, Rebecca. Hello girls and boys and variations thereof. Today I'm going to be doing some drunk confessions. I was tagged by Just Touched Awkwardly Lee, who's a good friend of mine who's got really big arms. It was to do confessions whilst drunk, and I've already been drinking some Smirnoff and I'm already a little bit buzzed. Let's get this party started. First of all, my favourite film of all time. Sorry Taylor Swift, but Kirsten Dunst had the best film of all time. Bring it on. It's my favourite film ever. We're here, we're queer, we love to cheer and cheer. That's not even the word. I'm sexy, I'm hot, I'm everything you're not. I'm one, I'm great hair, the boys all love to stare. Another one of my favourite films ever that I'm going to confess to you is Legally Blonde, because you should know that if you have a porn for 24 hours, you're forbidden from having to share it at the risk of deactivating the ammonium glycolate. And I suggest you not, because your curls are still intact. I didn't mean to shoot him, I thought it was you walking in the door. If you haven't seen Legally Blonde, that was a spoiler for you. Go and watch it, you loser. Another drunken confession from me is that, have you seen The Purge yet? If you haven't, go and watch it, because it was quite good, because Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones was in it, and she had a little Sean Pob, and she was in it, she was good. But there's a bit in the film where the main bad guy, he comes to the front door and is like, "Hi, you're harbouring this year's Purge victim," and he takes his mask off and he's like this really posh guy and he's got that really blonde, slick back greasy hair, and it's like, "Girl, you sort of a minger and you're really creepy, but I really fancied him. Oh my god, he was really cute. I imagine him to be called like Percy or something, and it was really attractive to me, and I was sort of like, get inside me." My next confession, which I'm actually a little bit ashamed of telling you, because I'm sort of the person that is like, I'm an open book. I will tell you everything and anything you like. But this one, it's a bit like, really Scott, really? My most played song on iTunes is Baby It's Cold Outside, the Glee version. Don't you judge me. Blaine and Lady Kurt's voice makes me good inside and in my belly. My next confession goes hand in hand with today being McFly's 10th anniversary, because oh my god, have you seen those boys? The things I wouldn't let them do to me, over me, or on me. I'm talking about Spunk. Because those boys are beautiful. You know when they were all like really hot anyway, and then they went to Australia for like a year, and they came back and they were just like, oh my god, just rip all my clothes off and just like, just I don't even know, just like demolish me. Another thing that I really shouldn't admit, but I'm going to anyway, is that my computer that I have right now, it's sort of like one of those big gaming computers. Like, I got the power supply and the graphics card updated before I even bought it, just so I could play World of Warcraft. Don't you judge me, you're not my mom, you're not my dad, you're not even my grandma, god damn it. My last one that I don't really want to admit, and I'm genuinely ashamed of this. I'm starting to be physically attracted to Harry Styles. He's the one member of One Direction I wouldn't have sex with. But since the video for Best Song Ever, and even though they're messing up stuff, and I'm like, go and tidy up, you scruffy bastards. I'm sort of like, do you want a bit too? So, you know, maybe. At first I didn't know if this video was make confessions when you're drunk, or make drunken confessions as in tell us about things you've done when you're drunk, because there are some very bad stories about when I've been drunk. One time when I was drunk, I kissed about 8 boys in one night, and they were like 8 different boys, and I think 2 or 3 of them were straight, but they were involved in 3-way kisses with people I shall remain unnamed, but one of them worked for Hollister. So look at my allure, you know, there's works baby, oh yeah. Another story that I shall wear as a badge of honour. When I very first started drinking wine, and I don't drink wine anymore because of this, I went watching the quote-along Mean Girls film, and I got kicked out of the cinema about halfway through for projectile vomiting 2 rows in front of me, and then I ended up getting picked up off the street by an ambulance in the middle of central London, which, girl, that was dangerous. So I'm going to tag Neon Fiona, and I'm also going to tag Rants by Richard, because I can do, and I was tagged, so don't push me! Don't push me! White boy! Because that is not okay. You don't know my life. You see these eyes? You know the shit they have seen. They have seen public school in England, which is some real serious shit. No, it wasn't. My high school was a walk in the park, except every single person in it was an arsehole, except me and my friends. And my English teacher, who was a babe. Janet, I love you. Babe, this is birthday. Boom! Also, have you seen who the new Doctor is? He's an old ass man who has already been in Doctor Who and Torchwood, so I'm not sure how I feel about this. Mr. Peter Capaldi, you may be established and stuff, but do you remember when Martha was already in Doctor Who and she got killed by the Cybermen, and then she was Martha, and it was like, my cousin was in the towers and she got killed by Torchwood. No, it wasn't. Not being funny, but you cannot say the Doctor was already in Pompeii and he was already in Torchwood and he said, yes, let's kill all those little children. No, I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'll have to see in an episode where he starts as a Doctor and then I'm like, meh, well. Today I've been tagged by Just Touch. Start that again, motherfucker. I've just been singing Colourblind by Darius to a spider in my shed. What even is my life anymore? Take vodka away from me, because it is a bad man and it does bad things. You know how sailors are like, oh, the sea is a cruel mistress. You know what my cruel mistress is? Vodka. Vodka is like a wart on your arsehole that you can't pick off, and you have to go to the doctors to get it frozen off. Disclaimer, I have never had warts on my arsehole. Thank you very much, you dirty little monsters.